What's up, good people? How you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. Today I'm going to show you the technique of bend and vibrato, and that's where we're going to be bending strings up to a given pitch, and then while the string is bent, we're going to be vibratoing that note. And it's an awesome technique, but I have to tell you, it takes a little time to get this down. This is not easy. This is more in the intermediate advanced, and I get a lot of emails from students all over the world asking, hey, how do you get that really good vibrato when you're bending strings? So you really want to practice this and add this a couple minutes a day into your practice regimens and work on it, and eventually you will get it. And before I forget, if you would like a free video lesson that's not on YouTube and a coinciding ebook which has over 21 scales diagrammed out, as well as fretboard diagrams and chord charts, it's an awesome reference book. Just click on that link in the YouTube text box below this video and we will send you free video lesson and a coinciding ebook for free from Next Level Guitar. You'll love it. Give it a click. Vibrato is something that's very personal, and if you listen to guitar players, a lot of times you can identify them just by their vibrato. Steve Vai has this real circular kind of cool sounding vibrato. Yngwie Malmsteen has this really wide, crazy and deep vibrato. B.B. King has this one finger really fast kind of shaky vibrato. I really can't do justice in impersonating it, but it's very trademarked to his playing and it sounds great when he does it. So I'm just going to give you some guidelines and some suggestions, and then certainly this is just a jump off point, and then you take it from there and experiment. We'll just use the notes in a B natural minor scale, and I'll tab this scale out on the screen and you'll see it. Natural minor scale. This natural minor scale is a great scale to practice your vibrato because you have some half steps and you can always use those. You can always use those half steps as nice little vibrato notes, or you could bend. So I'm using those half steps as kind of a melodic connection where I'm kind of bending to the next note in the scale. So we're going to use those notes. And let's work on a half step bend first in vibrato. Obviously half steps are going to be a little easier to bend to and vibrato to at first than doing whole steps. So first learn run, then learn fly, Danielson, right? So we're going to bend the C sharp note up to the D. We're going to bend this this 9th fret up to the 10th fret. Right? You want to match that picture. Oh, when you're bending strings, you always want to have a target note that you're reaching. Notice, get that bend down first. Before you do a bend in vibrato, you have to have your string bending pretty, pretty dialed in. And hit that target note. And practice it. See, I'm bending to that D. Another tip for when you're bending string is always use as many fingers as you can to bend strings. You'll have more strength and more accuracy. I usually always bend with at least 3 fingers or 4. When I'm doing half step bends like I was doing before, I'll bend with 1 finger if my finger's in the position in that particular scale. But for the most part, you're going to bend with 3 or 4. You'll have more strength, more accuracy. So for this particular bend, get all 3 fingers down on that high E string. Try 1 finger per fret. First finger on the 7th, second finger on the 8th, third finger on that 9th, right? And you're going to bend that up. Now, while it's bent and I'm on that pitch, I hit it, what I do is now you're going to put your wrist into works here. Where once you get that note bent up, I start shaking the wrist, and at the same time, I'm massaging the notes into the fretboard while the note is bent to pitch. So you're bending it up, you're hitting pitch, and then you're massaging. Here's the note. Remember, you're starting here, bending that half step, and then while it's up there, you're massaging it. So I look at it like a massage of the notes with those 3 fingers. Remember, more fingers, more strength. More strength in your fret hand more you could do with the notes, the more tone you're going to have. I'm a firm believer in the stronger your fret hand is, the higher bends, the higher pitch bends, the more you can work the notes, the stronger, the more tone. I'm kind of shaking my wrist. Let's go in on a tight shot. 7th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret. We're in this B natural minor. And I'm taking the 9th fret, bending it up to the 10th. Now, here's the bend. And there's the vibrato. Now you notice when I get that note up, now I start to shake the wrist. You could see the whole neck of the guitar start to shake. And this was what works for me. And you could find something, try this and find what works for you. And at the same time, I'm massaging those notes into that fretboard to give me that vibrato. I'm raising the pitch, hitting the proper pitch, and then vibratoing it. After you get good at your half steps, try a whole step bend and vibrato. So for instance, a nice one is bend up to the root on the B string. You take this A note, bend it up to the B. So I'm at the 10th fret. Notice 4 fingers, 1 finger per fret. And we're gonna bend this B, this A note, up a whole step. Notice I hit that pitch. Now it's up there, and there's your vibrato. I'll try to slow it down. So what I'm kind of doing as I'm massaging it is I'm releasing a little bit of pressure, releasing it to kind of give the string a little bit of slack while it's up there. That's enabling me to massage it. Let's do it again. Okay, a good exercise is, that's a whole step bend. If I change the scale and play like a Dorian, I'm going to be playing this note instead of this note. And that's a great note to bend half step. So I could play whole step and then half step and get my vibrato right next to each other. So I'm bending the A up to the B, but in the Dorian mode, I'm going to bend this G sharp or A flat up to the A. So you match that pitch, so I got a whole step bend, half step bend. But you do them together. And practice the vibrato with each. So take that natural minor scale. There's the top 3 strings. And practice each half step bend and each whole step bend for each position, each string with vibrato, and it's a great way to practice. You could do stuff like this. Here's whole step, half step, go to the B string, half step, whole step, G string, half step. Then you have this great half step bend on the G string, 9th to 10th fret, which is more minor pentatonic, hitting that blue note, but it works. Your vibrato. I just gave you an example of doing it in a natural minor scale. You can practice it in any scale if you know the bends that go along with that scale. Really practice bending in pitch. If your bending is not up to par, bending in vibrato is not going to be up to par because you're going to be missing those target notes. And a lot too is as you develop your ear, you'll be able to tell when you're bending in and out of pitch, and especially if you're playing to backing tracks or practicing with a band. You know, one of the most important things, in my opinion, you could do as a guitar player or a musician is to develop that ear, right? It's so important. It will really help you with these techniques too. So practice that, have fun with it, give yourself plenty of fun time on the guitar, and if you want that free video lesson and ebook, click on that link in the text box below below this video, and we'll send it to you for free from nextlevelguitar.com. You get that free video lesson that's not on YouTube and a free coinciding ebook. Check out our website, nextlevelguitar.com. There's over 850 lessons for beginners, intermediates, advanced players, all genres of music. The site is very comprehensive, very structured, has written lessons, video lessons, jam tracks, guitar form, chord library. It's an awesome resource, and I've taught thousands and thousands and thousands of students all over the world through that site. Enjoy it, check it out, have fun, keep on rocking. I'm David Taub, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com, and we will see you soon. Rock on.